traveling in the North Country Fair, where the winds hit heavy on the borderline. What's up? This is James. Today we're going to learn the real way to play that main riff from what I consider to be the best folk song ever written. You can fight me on it. I mean, hey, we're all entitled to our own opinions, but for me, this is tops. Girl from the North Country by Bob Dylan. It's got the beautiful, unique chord shapes, the awesome inversions, the incredible lyrics, just that deep, quiet, emotional feel. And I decided to make this tutorial after I saw the new Dylan film, Complete Unknown. I mean, it was cool, but my main problem with it was that every time the camera was about to show the chords that he was playing, it cut the frame and you couldn't see what the hell the actual shapes were. This song in particular drove me nuts over the decades, trying to figure out what those exact shapes were. I even went to the public library in New York City near Bryant Park and dug up these old chord books from the 70s to find these shapes. And luckily, you don't have to, because in the next couple minutes, I'm going to show you exactly the chord shapes that you need. I'm going to give you a basic version of how to strum it. So for those of you who aren't at a place where you feel comfortable with your finger picking just yet, you'll be able to strum along to a version of this that sounds really cool. First off, we're going to capo fret 3 to play it in the same key that Dylan does it. Although if you don't have a capo, that's okay, but your pitch won't match what I'm doing exactly, but it'll sound cool without it. So if you want to learn the shapes and then do it on your own, that's cool too. The first shape that we're going to learn is probably one of the more iconic sounds in this song, and it's a chord called E minor 9. What we're going to do is we're just going to get our hands in a C shape, but we're just going to shift it up 2 frets and then give all 6 strings a strum. It sounds awesome. So this gives us the first chord of our riff. So the next shape that we're going to do is called a D7 over F sharp. And for anybody that has joined my Unlocking Chord Inversions mini course, you'll know this shape. But for those of you who haven't, no worries, I'll walk you through it right now. From our E minor 9 shape up here, all we're going to do is we're going to use our index finger to slide down the B string like a train track 2 frets. Now we're going to bring our middle finger that was on the D string, and we're going to bring it to the E string, fret 2, and our ring finger is going to go to fret 2 of the G string. So we've got middle finger on E2, ring finger on G2, index finger on B1. And we're only going to strum the top 5 strings. All right? So far we've got E minor 9, slide the index finger down 2 frets, don't even take it off the fretboard, middle finger fret 2, E string, ring finger fret 2, G string, strum the top 5 strings. And then we're going to get into a G chord. And let's use the form of the G chord where we have our index finger free, as opposed to this guy, where our middle finger's on the E string. We want it to be like this, and I'm about to show you why. Our next chord is a C over G. And again, for the people in my Unlocking Chord Inversions mini course, this will look familiar to you. For those of you who aren't, here it is. You're in your G shape like this. All you do is lower this middle finger by 1 string and then put your index finger on fret 1 of your B string and leave these 2 fingers exactly where they are. And if you give it a full strum, you want to mute this A string with the angle of your ring finger. Doesn't that sound awesome? Okay, let's review that one again. It's easier to get there from a G than it is to just put your hand there in that position from the start. So if you're in a G chord like this, again, you just drop the middle finger by 1 string, index finger goes on B1, and you leave the ring finger and the pinky where they are. And when you give it a strum, it's okay to mute this A string with this ring finger. And it has that beautiful nostalgic sound. Go ahead and give that a try real quick. Just go back and forth between the G and the C. So good. So with that, you have all the chords for this main riff of Girl from the North Country. So let's talk about timing and strumming a little bit. I'm going to give you a basic version of how to strum it. So for those of you who aren't at a place where you feel comfortable with your finger picking just yet, you'll be able to strum along to a version of this that sounds really cool. So let's just think of this main strumming pattern as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So on your way down, whether you're using a pick or your fingers, it's all good, either one. You're going to sort of aim for these lower strings on your first downbeat. 1, see I don't hit all the way down, I just kind of focus on these top strings. 1, and then and. I do a down up, and I'm aiming for the treble strings here. Down up. So that goes 1 and going to use that same basic strumming pattern for the rest of the chords here, okay? So the way this goes is we're going to do this full 4-count strumming pattern on this E minor 9. Ready? And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and then we're going to go down to the D7 over F sharp, and we're going to do half of this pattern, so 2 counts of this strumming pattern. 1, and 2, and then to complete the 3 and the 4, we're going to go up to a G, 3, 4. Dylan has some crazy timing, so it can be a little tough, but just follow along and check out the tabs and just loop this. You'll get it, I promise. All right, so from the top, 4 beats on the E minor 9, 2 beats on the D7 over F sharp, 1 beat on the G, 1 beat on the G over C. I'll walk you through it. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 here, 1, 2, then to a G for 1, 1 to C. All right, once more. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. You might be thinking, like, this doesn't sound like it this slow. That's okay. We're learning it slow. Then you're going to speed it up later, and it'll sound more like the song. So for the final measure, when we come into it, we're already in this C chord. What we're going to do is we're going to stay there for 1 beat, and then we're going to switch back to G for 3 beats to complete our measure of 4. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's do that again. 1 beat on the C over G, and then 3 beats on the G. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Realize I was playing up here to kind of like make a point of it. I'll play back down here so you see more of what my hand does with this particular strumming pattern. Okay, so we're going to put all this together now, and it's going to sound like a strummed version of our main riff. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 4 on the E. 2, 3. 2 on the D. 1, 2. 1 on the G to the C. Stay on the C. Back to the G for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, for the speed demons out there, let's crank this. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. How'd that feel? Feel free to add your own flair to it. Dylan certainly doesn't play it the same way twice. Again, we're just learning sort of like a bass version, a simple strumming pattern that can get you using these chords. I hope you enjoyed that and you love playing this song the way it's meant to be played with your chord hands, doing these beautiful chords and these inversions. Remember, put it on loop, practice it a bunch, have a bunch of fun, and let me know how it goes. And hey, if you're this far into the video, I want to tell you about something really cool, the Folk Guitar MasterClass. It's for guitarists who are finally ready to move past that plateaued beginner phase and start playing like the artists that they love. This isn't some generic, massive library of courses that you're going to get lost in. I'll be in there guiding you every step of the way, and together we'll unlock the soul of your acoustic guitar with a step-by-step roadmap that ensures that every essential technique is covered. And right now you can join hundreds of other guitarists in the Folk Guitar MasterClass with a free 7-day trial. You can unlock the entire thing for a full week. Doesn't cost a cent. And remember, all your heroes started with the same handful of chords. You just need to know what they did next. And that's what the Folk Guitar MasterClass is all about. So click the button and start your 7-day free trial now.